DNV's had a very good past few years in the Middle East. Our growth has been spectacular. We have been, in fact, I think I can say that within the DNV world, we are probably one of the most dynamic regions, and our performance has year on year been setting new standards in terms of not only customer confidence and getting business growth from them, but also meeting our internal quality targets. For example, now we have nearly 500 vessels in DNV class, which represents around 12.6 million GT, and that shows a lot of confidence the customers have in us. Recently, we also had this great win from ADNOC, where they trusted us with a 175K LNG new building. And I think big congratulations to ADNOC, because they have gone with a ship design which is the best in the market. In fact, it's between 4 to 7% more fuel efficient than the latest LNGs out in the market. So that in itself makes us really proud to partner customers when they go towards something like this ambitious. So DNV has had a very successful support from our customers and local partners, and in a way to be available at the maritime clusters close to our customers, we have actually expanded substantially in the Middle East. We set up an office in Muscat, Oman around 2 years ago to support the local industry there, and our Saudi Arabia operations have really been ramped up. We've had a lot of new business from customers who trust us. So we've expanded our office in Jeddah and in Al Khobar. And I think one is most notable, which makes us stand out compared to our competitors, is most of our hires are locals. So we've got Omanis serving the Muscat office and Saudi Arabians serving the Saudi industry and our customers there. And I think that puts us in a good standing with customers, because besides being a quality product and delivering a service which meets international standards, local presence with local terms is, I think, very important. And I think we're very glad we have succeeded and gone that path.
Well, I think it's all about growth and transformation. Already these two Ds, the two D words, digitalization and decarbonisation, really dominate the conversations, don't they? With regard to the digitalization, we foresaw the development quite a few years ago. We started developing our digital tools to help the clients have better operations, to improve their efficiency, things like electronic certificates, to smooth the interface between the ship owners, operators and the stakeholders, and also the remote survey, which actually, of course, many people focus on the COVID situation and how the remote survey actually started. But we already foresaw that trend early on, so we introduced that as the first class society even before COVID. So digitalization is coming up with opportunities, but there are also risks that accompany it, and we are also profiling very much the cybersecurity issue and the importance of having good security in order to reduce the risk of hacking and so on and so forth. When it comes to decarbonisation, of course we've heard a lot about that in the sessions here at the Seatrade conference. Really it's all about owners embarking on new buildings with uncertainty and trying to help them foresee what are the developments, what fuels are going to be there in the future. And basically what we're telling the stakeholders is that to build in a certain amount of fuel flexibility when they embark on these projects is very important to give them the resilience in the future for the changes that are coming.
In terms of supporting the local industry, and I think DNV strongly believes we must support the local region. And here we actually have partnered with King Abdulaziz University in Jeddah with the Faculty of Maritime Studies, where we are going to help them and their students with education, with courses. We'll also do some research with them in decarbonization and in a way contribute to their success. And the best graduates from that university will be offered internships with DNV. So I think we've had a really good support from the industry here, and we'd like to reciprocate it in the same way.
Well, we see the UAE Maritime Cluster as a very important one. It's growing, and the whole region is becoming more and more important from a maritime perspective, given the increasing trade volumes happening in the Middle East. Our ambition as the leading class society is to support, I can say, in 4 main areas. First and foremost, it's about ensuring safety and compliance, and we do that through the high-end classification services to ensure vessels are compliant with the various rules and regulations that are increasingly complex in nature, as we know, especially on the environmental regulation side. The second area in which we support, and which we have an ambition to do even more, is to enhance the competitiveness of the maritime business. So we do this, for example, on a vessel side by ensuring the designs are highly optimized, are efficient, but we also increasingly do more and more activities through our advisory unit towards the big companies, towards the governments of the Middle East, etc. The third area is about investing in the innovation and supporting the research and development, because with the uncertainty concerning the future, particularly the decarbonisation, the fuel transition, the industry needs to come together, needs to invest in R&D, and to do that we need to collaborate. So increasingly DNV is facilitating and helping the interactions of the industry, like Seatrade is doing, to have these conversations, to pursue and to make new partnerships and collaborations. Last but not least is on building capacity. So of course the human element is a very important one here. You know, as we transform with new technologies, we need the competence of the people to be developed to match that, to ensure that this is done in a safe and sustainable way. So we're investing in things like our academy, in providing more and more training to our clients, but also on the localization topic that Pawan mentioned earlier, training our local employees, giving them exposure to our global organization, and really in essence wrapping it all up, bringing our world-class expertise in combination with our local partnerships to make a big impact in this region.